It be time for DJ Sterf.
Hey, what's up everyone? DJ Sterf here. It's time for Chapter 8 of this Ruin extended walkthrough. And we are not in Chapter 8 of the game. We are in the base game in the Lucky Stars gift shop. So out here, we're going to have the goofy music start up again. Man, you know it's serious when that music starts up. Alright, so you have numbers on the wall. The ones with color, 2, 4, and 5. The rest are silver. And you have this other just regular balloon that's more of a turquoise, but you have like a Chica-ish pink. You have a Foxy-ish reddish orange. Not this red-violet up here with Roxy. And then a Golden Freddy-ish style gold. And I don't think this is the solution or key necessarily to the wall puzzle, but I think it is very curious that the only tally sets that we have are 2s, 4s, and 5s. So if I go over here, let's check this out. I have some of the wall puzzles from Bonnie Bowl. All right, so we're looking at this right here. Let me move this over so I actually see what I'm doing too. All right, so I just put as basically a missing instead of a null. I have it as 0. You can make the background color whatever you want, but I mean this just turns out to be more like a Rorschach test. It's not really anything significant. You could say this looks like, let's say, a rabbit. It's like, oh, it's a broken Glamrock Bonnie, or you know, it could look like a forklift if this is the front of it or whatever. But you also had this one, which was what we saw in the video last time. So again, this is another one in Bonnie Bowl, and then this one right here was the one we saw on the wall of Bonnie's room. Okay, so it's not really looking like anything at all, and you wonder, well, what if you stack them on top of another? Nothing really. What about the other way? Nothing really. Okay. So there are other possibilities here, but let me look over here. Here's a texture found in the game, all right? It's just basically a generic tally set, and I haven't seen this in itself, so what I'm guessing is this is a kind of texture source, and then, you know, blocks of this will be taken and placed wherever on the wall, just variations of these tallies. But I mean, if you do the colors to this one, then it looks kind of like this. But here's another option. So remember the wall puzzle in the initial game? This is why I think there's probably something to this puzzle, and I'm not talking about a different ending or anything like that. And when I was talking about going back to Bonnie Bowl, I skipped over the secret camera on purpose so that I could get the neutral ending before I actually get the secret ending, or the secret camera ending or whatnot. So that'll happen afterwards in Chapter 9. But anyway, let's go to this one. So Break and Mend, I built the breath. So they did fix that. They had the ends not displayed at all. So the H's were not H's in this puzzle. So they did fix that. So Break and Mend, I built the breath. They hunt now. Okay. So let's say we have Break and Mend is the start of our code here, right? I gotta turn up the font like crazy here. All right. Break and Mend. I built the breath. Okay, Break and Mend. I built the breath. They hunt now. Sorry for no punctuation on this, but if we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and the first one you have is 4. Let's say this whole phrase is kind of a source for everything, and then that's how many numbers you have to skip over to get to your next character. So we'd skip B-R-E-A, and the first one would be K. All right. Then there's a 0, but then there's a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be E. No, actually, we're skipping 5. So we're skipping through E, and then the next one is N. Then you have a 4. So I'm going by this one right here. If I increase the font size so you can see it, there you go. So far we have KN. All right, and then we ended up at the N. Then we're going to skip 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then KNI. Okay. Then we have another 4. 40544. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next one's E. So this one's probably not it, right? So you could go through various lines of dialogue and check if there's any sort of skip sequence type thing going on. Another thing you could do, so that one's almost certainly not it, and it doesn't have to be this puzzle, but this being on the wall, I kind of wonder, well, does it tie in with the wall puzzle from the previous installment, so the base game? So just some things to think about. The thing is, yeah, I'm going on a family trip, so I'm going to be gone through Saturday, or Saturday night really, but I'll be back after that. But I'm trying to get these videos out mostly, so I can't really do much on this, so I'm hoping that this will get some gears going in case there really is something to it. Maybe there's not. And again, I showed you the base texture of what this is. It could just be like random stuff, but if you play it again and it's consistent, then maybe there's something to it. I don't know. And then you wonder about the plush baby room, because the plush baby room has some stuff on the wall too, and it's kind of all scattered too, so I want to say that might be less likely to be an actual thing. But the things that are organized in Bonnie Bowl seem really neat and linear and all that. But let me go over a few other possibilities, all right? So it doesn't have to be this line either. Maybe some other line of dialogue. I mean, if it's I'm Gregory. So if we're just I'm Gregory, right? I'm Gregory, and then you have here. We're not in chapter 9 yet. Sorry. All right. So if you went through here and you had to skip 4, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start with an E, and then you skip 0 and then 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you loop around to start, and then the next one would be M. Then you skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then O. Then you skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, E.M.O.G. I think that is it. I think that is it. We figured it out. Wow. The real name of M.X.E.S is E.M.O.G, and Cassie's last name is also E.M.O.G. Maybe backwards, it's Gome. Go me. Go me. It's a positive message. Go me. Anyway, you can read a lot into this and not actually have something legit, but in the puzzle that we had from the base game, the wall puzzle, remember in the room with the TV playing Fredbear and Friends, right? Or the cartoon, and then with the tapes, the tape room, yeah? That one right there. We had a wall puzzle, but Ray McCaffrey gave Dawko the first, like the starting key, all right? That was what we needed to get started without really just kind of having to guess like crazy. So if there's something like that, maybe we need a first value, and then we can figure it out from there. Maybe, again, it's just random tally strokes. I would think maybe something like what was in Roxy Raceway. And we'll go to Roxy Raceway in a second, and we'll look at that. We'll look at the plush baby room as well, and then figure out if there's anything to those. But, yeah. So I bet there's probably something to the linear ones, but I have no clue at this point, and we probably need some kind of first value or some other clue that definitely relates. Maybe there's something already in the game. I don't think anything was in the game for the first one, because even after the key was given out, I don't think there was anything in the game that matched that. So it could be another fun little puzzle to the DLC. So again, not a separate ending, but we're talking about just maybe a cool little message. I mean, it was in one of them was in Bonnie's room, several lines. So kind of wonder what was up there. But okay, let's actually go over to Roxy Raceway. But here's your picture here of that wall. Again, if you go to the Lucky Stars gift shop, and you can actually do that in the DLC as well. So let's go back to chapter 6. Okay, play Ruin, profile 1, chapter select. We have everything so far. We're going to do chapter 8 next, so we're in good shape. Everything has been found. You see the all collectibles found check right there, so that's cool. All right, so I'm going to go to the office. We're going to see that little post-it on the desk, and it'll have tallies on it. So I'm pretty sure it's just, I think it's just sets of 5.
Gregory? Gregory, I made it to the raceway. Are you okay?
Come on, mouse.
I might be able to get a signal if I head deeper into the raceway.
This one right here. So this one is just... I can't tell the bottom line there, so we just have a bunch of random tallies on that. I can't tell that bottom line. Maybe that's just crossed out, but I mean, that's just going to be you know, 3 by 2. So let's look at that. 3 by 2. And they're 5s, so it's going to be golden. So, I mean, that's it right here. It's just, this is it right here. So I'm pretty sure that's not it right there. I don't think the color code is really necessarily it. But it's interesting that those are there, you know what I mean? It's just weird. What do you do? What do you do? All right, so that's that one. Let's go over to Chapter 7 again. We'll go back to the plush baby room. All right, get Excel out of here. Shout out to Microsoft Excel, though. Oh, man. All this to solve these silly puzzles. Anyway, I'm hoping if there is a solution that we'll be able to eventually have that available. So I'm hoping this can help get some ideas going, you know. All right, yeah, let's go. Make it over to the plush baby room. Forgot what I was doing for a second. It's like when I get into a time crunch, sometimes I overthink the basic things, and then I'm like, well, I just wasted time doing that. So that's case in point right there. All right. Plush baby. Whoa! Ooh. Just be disappearing like crazy, though. All right, these ones right here. 4, 4, 5. And interesting. Look at this right here. So here, let me compare it to this. Scroll over. That. So look at this, and then if you tilt your head just a little bit, you go back to this game, you have this. So the 4, 4, 5 starts up there. You just tilt your head a little bit. So that's that texture right there. Is it the same over here? You tilt up like that. So a 4 and then a 5 like that. The 4, 5, 5 is definitely one of them, and then the 2, 4 above it, and then yeah, 4, and then 4, 5. Yeah. So it's the same texture. So over here too, if you look at this one as well, it's the same texture. So let's compare it again. That wall to this. Hold on. Where's Excel? There you go. Let's do a crop. So I'm gonna look over this way. Yeah, you see it? So the first line, just angle up a little bit. That's what we have there. So it cuts off at the wall juncture there. Same with the other side. So one is like this and one is like this. Yeah. Yep. It's the same thing, same texture. So I'm pretty sure this one is just, that one's probably just a nothing burger on that one. And then you just look at this texture right here. That's all you have, and this is what I have for the color plot. But with this one, I mean, if you try to do some kind of cipher with that too, then you can go through and try to get a message from that. But I'm pretty sure it's nothing, you know. I'm pretty sure it's nothing with this. But it would be cool, and it would make some sense if that's another wall puzzle. So anyway, that goes into games like M.X.E.S, and Riven, and Exile, all that whole series. A lot of obscure puzzles, but it'd be cool if that were one. I'm not 100% that it is, so I'm not trying to mislead. I'm not trying to waste all y'all's time. All yours time. I was trying to be non-Southern on that one. All right. But anyway, Lost to Sea and Bonnie Bowl. Man, I gotta solve this puzzle all over again too. What the heck? Man, that's just mean. Need to hook up that debug menu again. Now that makes sense though. If you want to replay the chapter, it makes sense to reset that. So, but look over here. Here's the other major tally puzzle that I see. But it looks kind of like a forklift. Maybe I'm just, yeah, it's just like a Rorschach test. Like, it's, what do you see in this ink blot? But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 is underneath. Anyway, so what we're looking at there's a line that is cut off above, but if you look at that, there's one under it too. Yeah, that's it. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. And then if you compare that with what it is here's your comparison. All right. So anyway, I think it's more likely to be some kind of cipher than a color code puzzle, because the color code doesn't really make sense. So anyway, let's get to the actual chapter 8, and then we'll keep going from there. Yeah, maybe when I'm back in town, I can look more into that too. Whoa, y'all going crazy over here. Chapter 8 for real now. So we're going to start in Fazer Blast. The impression that I get, well, Bonnie's green room was not as luxurious as several of the other ones, or any of the other ones really. Bonnie just had a stack of boxes and then a portal covered by a poster to his buddy's area. I don't know where that would have let you out though. Maybe up here, and I don't know. You can't jump back through the wormhole, but you're just kind of here all of a sudden. So whatever route Bonnie took must have been fun. You also note that there was a happy birthday song. So in the resources, one of the funniest lines is kind of hidden, but you have a chance to hear it as well as Freddy's song. But he starts with horror, 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 like the whole meme thing. But anyway, that's in the game. Shout out to EA Sports. Look at these wires. They're just jammed into the outlet, and they clip through the metal leg. Crazy. Hate Vanny getting the wires clipping through the wall. Literally unplayable. Just small details like that. But and the creepy wave over here. All right. What next? Princess Quest 3 cabinet. It would be kind of fun if you could grab this sword and then go through and have it as like a hack and slash with these enemies throughout Fazer Blast, but not quite. Not another rendition of Princess Quest. So anyway, let's go down. Here we go. I think this looks super cool. Like this, super cool looking. And I know we've seen some vents, but this one looks super cool. This is a little less cool. This is just a vent. All right, Cassie, what you got to say? I'll let you speak.
I bet those security notes are all the way down there.
They are. All right, so this area right here was kind of Nightmare Junction when it came to skips. And there's still at least one skip that I'm sure is active. This one right here used to be a big one. You used to jump up here and then climb up, land on the scaffold, and you could jump into that trash pile, and then you could mask teleport back inbounds, or you could just jump out of the entire arena. And that was crazy. Number 2 was far over there. I won't get into that one because that, if someone gets that again, you can finish the level with basically a straight line to the finish. But this one right here, I'm pretty sure is also another major skip. And if I get it, I'll have to reload. Or actually, maybe I'll just jump back. Well, I kind of want to show you the skip. One thing with timing, I wasn't there for the last, let's say, 9 days of testing because I was at the World Juggling Championship. So I really wish I could have tested the last few builds. There's now one bug that I've seen that I didn't spot, but it's relatively new, and I'm pretty confident I would have spotted it had it been there. All the rest, I'm like, okay, yep, and that's about it. So anyway, with this skip right here, you just jump over here. You could get soft lock behind here and then fall through the world because not all of the floor back there has actual, collision underneath or landing spots. It's not walkable. But if you go into AR mode, you start from here. This is one of the child nodes of the puzzle that you go through before the Freddy chase area, but it saves a bunch of time if you do that. So that's just another thing. And I haven't seen anyone spot this, but maybe I haven't just been watching the right playthroughs. But let's not cheat the system here on 100% playthrough. Let's actually go through it legit. There's a category for that as well. And again, I've said this before too, but Steel Wool's mentality throughout has been the normal experience, and you can reach a little bit and it's still going to be a very smooth experience. Maybe you'll encounter a few bugs here and there, but it's going to be few and far in between. But people who go out of their way to find all sorts of crazy everythings, and the things that like I've sent in as well. Yeah, some of those were deemed okay. Well, we're gonna try, but if someone uses those, you know, props to them. It's a speedrun route, so yeah, I think that's what we have in some of these cases, but not all. Some of them are going to be very easy fixes. But
I bet those security nodes are all the way down there.
and if I'm being completely transparent here, this one right here was the main skip, but they've done a lot to try to block it off, but I bet you could probably still get up there. But you would run on the vent, go all the way across, and jump back into that Freddy chase area, but Freddy wouldn't be there chasing you. Just run to the finish from there. So that's it on this one, but it does relate to a little bit of a misalignment with the AR mask, and well, AR world and normal world, so there's that involved too in how you actually execute that, but I'll let you all figure that one out. Okay, so there's no Freddy, or no Freddy head, question mark, Freddy head, Bad Bear, Faz Fiend. What is... Can't exactly tell. I think maybe someone's trying to do Bad Bear, but Faz Fear? I don't know. Faz Fiend. Faz Fear would make sense, but I don't think that's it. Okay, so a little ominous foreshadowing there. You walk through there, still good. You can't... He doesn't see you. This one's a neat picture right here. You see everyone's reaching up. For like this right here, it's almost like a power block of some sort. Almost looks like a gold ingot. But Freddy's lines are here. Look at this whole thing, a big dome. I cannot see. You are not incorrect, Freddy. And look, we got Lol's hacks right from Freddy in Space 2. If you haven't checked out Freddy in Space 2, you should play it. It's a pretty fun platformer. We did that for the St. Jude charity stream, so I tested that one, and Scott developed it. And it turned out very well. Mission accomplished on that. A lot of money raised for St. Jude. That was really cool. What else? Everyone's trying to get one of those energy bars or whatever. All right, let's pick up item number 1. We don't have any more wet floor bots, and to be fully disclosing as well, internally the file names have hazard bots as the base, so like hazard bot, but then there's also like a texture on it called wet floor. So I've always called it wet floor bot, but I think internally they're more accurately hazard bots, but I don't know. Either one of those is acceptable, I think. Anyway, one of the things I tried first, I was wondering about some of the doors when I was first playing through this, and I was thinking, well, can you use this to power something? But look over there, like that right there. So that's a sought after item for sure. Alright, anyway, here. Let's do the puzzle. I'm not even going the right way. Anyway, we take the long route around. I call that one a shamrock bot, but it's not quite. Just the green color, I think. Alright, alright. Yeah, I definitely didn't go the normal route on this one. Alright, then there's a menu right here. And M.X.E.S is being quite patient right now, which is kind of nice. Speaking of, we got to get this box too. There we go, the AR lunchbox. I took a different route around this time. I'm not going to do that one again. On to this one. Come on. Okay. Yeah, bring it. Bring it. Mate. Inhibitor! Another thing too, you could, yeah, you probably still can jump over here. Yep. Oh boy, this one's also kind of a rough one because if you jump through here and you land, there's no full floor in AR mode and you'll fall through the world. So I'm not gonna jump over on this run, but we'll go back over here. So let's get out of AR. There. Play this normally for this section. And notice that there's a prototype on Freddy's foot right there. So this one is all messed up too. So there's been some damage over here for sure. And you note that this is kind of similar to the area where Freddy got wrecked in that one ending. So is this the same Freddy as we saw in the base game Security Breach? The one that was like a fraternal / almost paternal figure, the bubbly, jovial, positive, caretaking bear that we've seen, the animatronic bear in the base game, hanging out with Gregory, all that. Okay, so some pieces of evidence, all right? Which ending is canon? That's the thing. The old true ending in the previous game had Gregory and Freddy escaping. Entire Freddy escaping in that case. So if that were the case, then yeah, this is going to be definitely a different Freddy. However, if Princess Quest were the actual ending, which this game seems to be pushing quite a bit, then you have the notion that anything here is going to get ruined anyway. All right, so what we have here is a very messed up Freddy animatronic. One interesting thing is the demolished Freddy ending where you see Freddy get smashed up by the staff bots and that one. There was nothing under Freddy. Freddy was lying on the ground and then he got smashed up. But here he's lying on a pile of staff bots and trash and all that. So that's one strike against it. But, you know, maybe someone was shuffling stuff around or whatever. But remember in the Princess Quest ending, Freddy's head escaped. What is Freddy missing here? So this very well could be the dismembered rest of the body of Freddy that's gone corrupted and ruined. And maybe the paint did wear off enough that it says prototype. I don't know. The new tat theory. Yeah, you got a new tat. Can't stop me, I'm the prototype. And the other foot's all, you know, disheveled and all that too. So it's lost the casing. So things wear down over time. I mean, that's one thing you always have to deal with. But I mean, if something has been earthquaked up, plus, you know, destroyed all sorts of ways and all that, all these other animatronics are messed up more than they were. That's very well possible that the Princess Quest ending is what's being taken, and this is the dismembered rest of the body of Freddy. But anyway, let me know your comments let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, let me know your comments in the comments below. Yeah, I guess that works too, right? But anyway, let's get back to it. All right.
Freddy! Freddy? Are you okay? Please be functional.
Uh-oh. Okay. $360 jump. Where you at, Freddy? Where you at, Freddy? All the way behind here. Come on. Come on. One cool thing, if you stand right here, like Freddy will try to find you through the wall over here. I haven't gotten him to reach me, though. That's one thing. Come on, where you at? Yeah, come here. Hey, buddy. Come on. Get me. Freddy, get me. Come on, Freddy. Anyway, we'll keep going. Bunch of wreckage over here. You can't flip your mask over here. Again, there's no ground underneath. Just one of those areas where there's no AR world equivalent. Another thing powering it right here. This is why I thought this could be something I could use to power something else. So maybe one of the extra doors or something like that, I could use something over there. But yeah, no dice on that one. Oh, you're back over here. Come on. The more the merrier, Freddy. Come on. No. Oh. Alright, we'll see Freddy again, though. That's a crazy model that we just saw, though, with like the chomper stomach. So the birthday cake compartment turned into just like a basic chomper mouth. Reminds you of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, though, doesn't it? With some of the stomachs of the villain characters there. Villain animatronics. Let's still jump through that. Alright, here we go.
There's the inhibitor!
Get me, Freddy! Get me, Freddy! Alright. Interesting that we can't see Freddy in AR mode. And Freddy can't see us either. But if I take this off now, there's Freddy again. He'll turn around and start chasing us very slowly again. No running this time. It's more menacing, but it would be kind of cool if he'd sprint at me right now. The music is so loud. Come on, Freddy. I'm right here. He doesn't know what to do. Alright, we'll leave Freddy alone. I kind of wish I could get that gift box, you know? That'd be kind of fun. And he's gone. So now, you don't want to go over here because you can actually sneak in and get jump scared if you spawn. If you sit under where this next character is going to drop down. Right there. Mini Music Man. Oh man, I'm so glad you're here again. I almost ran into him. And one caution as well, the hitbox on Mini Music Man is kind of rough. So just back away a decent amount and you should be good. And also, note also he just disappears. So at that point right there, he just disappears. And the music is still so loud. Another Faz token. Anything in the locker room? Not really. Alright. On we go. We're not going to be chased this time, so you don't have to worry about that. You used to be able to teleport through here. Let's see. Okay. That's better. It's still so loud. It's going to stop instantly, though, when you get out here. Yeah. I have that one submitted for sure. I know that one is in. That has happened before. Oh, man. Now you have the 3 slashes again. One isn't as long as the others. So it's like the stuff that we saw with the paint in the log rides area as we were going to Roxy Raceway. Some of these also had issues with collision, but I'm pretty sure those are resolved now. Alright, got the AR Freddy lunchbox. Which lunchboxes do we have now? We don't have the one that I want. That one will be in Chapter 9. I know where that one is. Okay. AR Foxy lunchbox. Kids used to put their lunches in these, and then AR Chica lunchbox. My dad used to collect these. Alright. Alright, AR Golden Foxy. Guess he replaced more than his teeth. Alright, alright. More than his teeth. I guess we might have like a dentures Foxy or something. I don't even know. Alright. Alright, alright. And we didn't check out the comic, did we? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Freddy is Gregory's favorite. Wow, what a surprise! Gregory should be an artist when he grows up. Okay, now we're going to see 8 in Chapter 9, late in the chapter. So just a heads up on that. More boxes right there. These used to just be able to walk right through. You used to be able to jump on these and jump through the ceiling as well. You'll see there's a little bit of gap there for lighting going through. And there's a slight misalignment on that tile right there. There's also a split in the wall here. It's more noticeable here with a brighter expanse. And then if you toggle your mask here, it's got like a muddy texture to the mask. Which is kind of weird. Anyway, the split in the wall there are a few of those. Oh, you can still... Really? Oh, come on. Alright, you can still clip through these. So, yeah, again, still... I think that's been in for a long time. I'm hoping these do get fixed at some point. The other thing is, it is free DLC, so like I understand the decision either way, but and a lot of work was put into fixing a lot of these, but yeah, definitely some still stuff remains. This will be the start of Chapter 9 when I go through here and then go down here, and then the conversation will start. That'll start Chapter 9. So is there anything else in Chapter 8? I don't think so. We've been through the puzzle and all that. Yeah. Alright, so that'll be Chapter 9. As you see here. Come on, autosave icon. Yeah, there we go. No wet floor bots on that one. There we go, Chapter 9. And then we have everything through Chapter 8, 100%. We're going to go Chapter 9. And I will go back to Bonnie Bowl for the secret camera, and we'll go through the endings and all that in Chapter 9 here. So that's what I'm going to do in the next area and all that. So that split in the wall has one interesting thing about that. You saw the bright expanse that you could see through to in that little split in the wall or whatever. Some areas have brighter expanse colors, so basically the entire atmosphere has a different like lighting. At the start in the lobby, you have kind of a yellowish, bright sunlight type color. And that shines through, that comes through all the newspapers and the gaps and all that, and you have a very bright area. Well, you might notice in that area as well that you go into places like the utilidors, and if you look down at the floor, sometimes you can see that expanse color shining through the floor, because it's a metal grating, and you can still see a little bit of bright light shining through, and it shows up very noticeably because of the contrast. All right. So there's something called culling. The principle there is basically you have a lot of objects around, but not all of them are the ones that you're going to see. So culling tries to cut out everything you don't need, so it doesn't render everything that won't be visible to your viewport. All right. So you're looking right here, and in real life, like you have some periphery, and you can see like, you know, through here or whatever, but behind you can't see. So if you're playing a game right now, there's going to be no benefit to the things behind you to render. So right now, if you're just using culling for a viewport, you're going to cut out everything behind you so that you only render, let's say, 120 degrees instead of 360. So you're saving 2/3 of what you actually have possible to render if everything is, you know, equally stacked object-wise or whatever. But with the expanse color, the cupcake shop shows, I think, most noticeably because it's internal and much more dim, but the expanse color is still fairly bright. So when you open the door, there's a lot that wasn't loaded before, and the first thing that loads in is the expanse color. So all the textures that will load in, if it doesn't do it quickly enough, you'll see like a flash and maybe a few rays of flashes as that door opens. So like quick movement and like, hey, you need to load this or whatever. Sometimes Unreal will load in that background first before it actually shows you the thing that's closer, like within what needs to render. So that's why you see some of those flashes here, but that's kind of the principle of culling, and viewport as well. So I think that's kind of one neat thing. If you look in the sinkhole, we'll get there actually. It's a much darker expanse color, and it was darker before too, so you don't get a whole lot of that as well. A lot less kind of light flicker in that area, but it's because the background's much more dark. So anyway, yeah, some interesting concepts here, but that's why you see some of those flashing and all that. Okay, so we're going to go through Chapter 9 next. That's going to be the final chapter with the endings and all that. So do I have any other loose ends to tie up? I did see the Chica of the Sea cutout. Remember the one that you had a flash with the Faz camera in the base game? In order to get that back secret theater room. Different criteria here in the DLC to get to that secret room. You just have to flip the mask. But just an interesting, cool little cutout there. That's a throwback to the base game. As well as the Steel Wool Party. The birthday steel wool sheep with the party horn, right? That one's on the floor on the last log ride room with the staff bots with the blue construction helmets and one like grabbing on to, you know, hang on for dear life over there. Like one on a rope and one on a pole or something like that. So Yeah, that room. It's just kind of a cool little cutout. There was another steel wool sheep with Cowboy Foxy, and it is Cowboy Foxy in the internal files there. I'm thinking if there's anything else. The big one that I'm saving for Chapter 9 is Birthday. So throughout, you've seen a bunch of mentions of Birthday, and yeah, I'll mention that in Chapter 9, okay? And if you want to try to solve that tally puzzle or those tally puzzles, you know, feel free. I think some of those are just there for just randomness and maybe like, oh, this is our victim count or something like that to add to the eeriness. But those two on the wall on Bonnie Bowl are very linear, and it's very interesting. So I don't know. I'm leaning toward there's probably something to figure out there, but we might need an n=0, so a starter clue. We had that for the base game with the wall puzzle there, but it did have a solution. So anyway, I'll be back after the weekend too. I'm not sure how much internet I'll have. I'll try to record some stuff in the morning so I have some other videos for y'all in between, but I'll be back after the weekend, and I'll be back and we'll try to solve anything that needs to be solved past that point. So all right, that's about it. Be in Chapter 9 next, and that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace, God bless, and have a great day. Yeah.
Attention! This is Fredbear at Faz Command, reminding you that if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, ring the bell, do everything. It's complicated how YouTube makes things.